It's gonna work. Try to get it all in there for y'all. Hello, hello. Everybody's been doing well. I have been very sick, unfortunately. So my voice is not all there right now, but I will repeat anything that anybody needs me to repeat or whatever have you. So yeah, I'm gonna warm up for a while first. I think I have the chat on, so yeah. If anybody has any questions or anything, or if you're starting to watch this back and catch up to the live part, you can just come ask anything. I'm chilling. I got a new guitar too. It's a Kiesel Delos, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. It's very I got something that was very classic. Hardtail, which is definitely not usually my cup of tea. I like to use my hand to do vibrato on chords, like something like that. It's like there's really no way to get like vibrato behind the nut a little bit or something. But I like doing those big chords and trying to get like some nice vibrato, because to do a chord like that with the open strings, you really just gotta. But I'm using this for alter tuning, some drop D stuff, which I'd like to go over today. Some of the Guthrie Govan Ner interlude, which is a very, very interesting chord progression. There's some I've picked a part out and kind of looped it, kind of sampled from it in my own way, and it's a really cool progression. I'll show you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna warm up a little bit. Oops. Play guitar very much. I've been pretty sick. I've been trying to work myself into doing that upstroke on the new string, which is always very difficult for me. Very tough. Oh shit. Let me set this up instead. Bear with me for a split second here. I'd like to drink some of my tea, which was holding the guitar, holding the camera. That's such a cool one. Oops. Well, if I could play it right, that was terrible. Alright, I think I got it now. No, I still missed it. I gotta work on that one. That's such a fun song to play. It's so like fast-paced. It's an enjoyable one when you get it right. You actually get it like on beat. There's a really cool groove that comes up in it that I like to show. It's like oops. The toughest part is you have to that's not bad. Pretty cool stuff. It's got this like certain like a it's got this like that certain kind of vibe to it to me. You know, yeah. But yeah, so that little groove that he's doing, right? It's like I'd say it's like an E harmonic minor kind of thing. You could even do like Phrygian if you wanted to, I think. But that it does it a few times around and it goes into this. I think you're picking down, up, down, up, and then hammer and pull, and then pick everything up. That's a good one. Pretty tough though. Pretty tough though. I've also been going over, there's been a couple cool licks that I found. Rick Graham put one up. I'm absolutely obsessed with the stuff that he puts out. The way that he does his voicings, it sounds like an exaggerated Eric Johnson to me. So like for example, he does this big like major 9 arpeggio and C major, so it's like a, and so we play R9 instead of 1. We have major 7 and 1 right there. Instead we're going to play 9, major 7 and 9 like that. It's got, if you play it like, and you stay kind of like in C, we'll go to like G or something. Right? It's got this really nice, like broad sound to it, right? You're getting a lot of ground there. Right? We also could just go to E minor if we wanted to, right? Because I'm thinking to myself here, like trying to imply a C major thing, which E minor would be totally fine in. You know, I've kind of pulled us to hearing this as being home now because I had the G, which made us feel like we're on the major 1, and then we're going down to the relative minor there, but instead we're actually in C. Going to E instead. But it's a really cool little thing here he does. He just keeps it. down half a step doing the same thing. Now, he didn't leave with any explanation or anything theoretically what's going on there, so I won't attempt to either. But for me, it sounds. I'll end it in like a E7 or something, E major 7, or something like that. Something like that, maybe like a 13. Yeah, so let's try to play that whole thing though. Messed up down here. It's hard. I don't know why it's so tough. As you go down, and you get further down this way, relying on your fingers becomes difficult as far as these sort of shapes are concerned. Something that's pretty simple, actually. I like to couple this just in practice, right? Because this is a practice riff. It'd be cool to take something out like that first part, like we did. If we were in like, let's say we're in A, right? And I wanted to play like I could have like a. Or maybe just the riff. Or we'd have to hold it though. So it sounds like I'm going to 6, right? Major 6, actually. And then back down to minor. Minor 1, if that's what we want to call it. Right, we have a lot of possibilities. We can go back to C with it if we wanted to, like the C major. Yeah, anyways, it's a cool, it's got little tidbits of it is what you want to pull out and try to apply to your own playing. But the riff itself, the way it's picked, I like to do it 2 hammer-ons, like that is how I normally play it, and so it was easy enough for me to just use the pinky instead. I'm doing down, hammer, up, down, hammer, down. I sweep the last 2. And you can pick it all too, like that. Yeah. And then he's same thing again. Yeah, that's what I've been working on. It's kind of a tough one. I wanted to show specifically a couple classical riffs today. I'll do a little Paganini. I wanted to maybe show a little bit of Tarantelle. That's a really tough one, especially the extended positions, because if you're trying to pick most of it, which I'm trying to pick as much as I can, some pull-offs can happen, but I'm trying to really have a pretty a pretty choppy sound. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. It's been a while. I'm thinking about this in the drive-in today, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just show it to him, it'll be easy enough, but man, every single time, man, I rely on my hands too much, man, and it's taking me an extra second. What's up, Adam? You got me, oh, I don't know, it disappeared on me. There we go. Oh, cool, man. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, that's the fun thing too about guitar is when you find something that you might not have been into earlier, and then you try to play it, and you kind of approach it from a technical aspect, and you use it as like a kind of like a way, like a certain lick to like put you in that little mode for a minute to get used to that. or something, you know, something like that, you know, instead of doing the you know, something along the lines of that, you know, which is a completely different world, right? Having those things be separate and then also equal is a fun thing, man. There's a bunch, especially with the licks that I was giving in that one video with you know, or what's the other one? Oh yeah, man. Yeah, those licks, along with using your triad positions in your D shape. I kind of grab a little bit of the A shape there, I guess, right? But this like having that available. You know, even in my blues playing, just being able to see the fretboard in those different ways, like I can see this whole position here, which I'm wanting to use. Maybe I just won't throw in that raised 7, you know? And then I threw it in there, of course. Yeah, so the reason to, you know, that's to have these things on guitar that you go and you put yourself into and you try to be like a genre chameleon, right? I think that's what really makes a good guitar player. Like Paul Gilbert's a really good example of this. Like I feel like he would say that he's not good at it, but a good example of this is Flamingo, the song he wrote because he, as he says, can't play flamenco, and then he goes and plays a pretty damn good flamenco. Now don't get me wrong, he's not using, you know, the 2 fingers and all his fingers to do the stuff like that, but the way it sounds and the way it's been composed is excellent. You know, and then of course he's right back into his. You know, he's into his rock thing again, you know, right afterwards. You know, and I think it's a really cool thing. So in that same thing, that's why I'm kind of showing off, and I'll show it slow too, at least some of these parts, the crazier parts of Intel that I think everybody should learn, because it's weird. We get really set in our ways as guitar players, you know, playing in positions, right? I can see that whole A minor or C major position right there, all the way down from first note to last, right? And sometimes the things that we want to play don't fit nicely in situations like that, and this is a good example of that. There's a descending pattern once you build up. Let me. Oops. I have to switch multiple times here. And here I'm not even really playing a 3-note per string thing here. The key to this too, to get it feeling fluid, is to try to think of the notes in the way they're supposed to go, right? Like that, thinking about that passage right there, I'm not trying to line my fingers and hands up per string and position. I'm trying to I'm trying to hear those particular notes that I'm listening out for. That's the part that's lining me up with everything, regardless of where my hand is. And the way that's the part that's lining me up with everything, regardless of where my hand is. And the way that I figured this out. I have to, there's nothing I can do. Those are the first notes. I could play them in another spot up here, but I want the whole thing to be descending, so this is what I got. I just went with it. Shift to the pinky there, because we have to go way down. Sorry. So descending part, pretty straightforward, right? The second time you come around, it's a little bit different because you're playing another pattern that's gonna be kind of another descending thing, but that one is much more in our shape. So we're literally octaves and following our chords all the way down, right? So that's a pretty straightforward one. But this one itself, though, is a tricky one to get not only up to speed, but like clean and smooth. Especially since every new string is an upstroke. Sorry. It has to be. Yeah, every string has to be, every new string except for the first one has to be an upstroke, because you change the number of notes per string once you play that walk down. Yeah, up to there now, which is nice. Seems seamless when you string skip up and down the neck. When you say string skip, are you meaning like doing, like when you mean like picking each individual string up the neck that way? Because the way I think about string skips is more like a you know, even though I didn't string skip everything, but or like, what's the other one? That's that other one I'd shown last time, right? Something like that, yeah. Yeah, so, okay, cool. Like, yeah, so these are really cool, man. This is a very Paul Gilbert thing for sure. I like to think about them as fitting nice just in your E major shape, right, or your Hendrix shape. And in this case right here, it's nice to throw in an idea of it in our blues stuff as well. So what I'll do is I'm going to stay on for another probably like 4 minutes or so, maybe 5 minutes, and just get ready for my lesson at the half hour. But I want you to think about this as being a really nice in between major and minor. So if we're using this in a blues progression, the blues progression has the minor 7 along with the major third, and that tritone is really nice to kind of to imply sometimes. So the way we can do that is, well, it says that we can play dominant. We can play dominant over 1, right? Which is what I want to do. And so a way you can do this in the string skips here and see this is we have root, major third, 5, right? And then root, major third again, right? What if I just played my major thirds with my 7, right? And I could have something like a, or something along those lines. What I'm doing there is I'm thinking to myself, I'm already trying to imply a dominant sound there. Right, there it is again. I've come to my minor 7 again, and so as I do this, right, I have a nice. I still kind of sound like I'm in my pentatonic box, but I come down and I grab my major third and my minor 7, and now I've got a bluesy sound. And the string skip is what I found is what really helped me see that. 1 major 3 5 1 major 3 again. These are really cool too because you can do them in the octaves without having to skip the string, which is a really nice trick to have as well. And you can of course always have your 2 octaves. There it lives in your pinky, right? Right? Or here, it lives in your first finger right here. Here, it lives where you don't have anything above it, right? But you know your C shape, so we can use the bottom part of it. Right? Or the big Paul Gilbert shape too. Which is a tougher one to play for sure. What did you say, Adam? I saw you say something, buddy. I can't get my chat to come back up though. I don't know where to. Yeah, sorry, dude. The chat will come back up for me, man. But yeah, that's it. It's a good exercise. The way that I learned it was in Pachelbel's canon. Pachelbel's canon straightforward. We have you play. I'd say focus on the notes D, A. Yeah, we'll just do it here like this. D, A, B. So I would say maybe it's better to play. Let's play dyads instead. Like that, all right? Right? If we play those dyads just like that. Now we're doing F sharp there, right? So just F sharp minor. So it's two majors, D major, A major, B minor, F sharp minor, and then I have G major, D major, G major, A major, okay? And we're gonna just do the very first string skip. Well, actually we'll make it a string skip, we'll put the 5 in first. See, I'm minor third here, right? Don't forget. Major third, major third, major third, all right? Then maybe we can just put the 1 octave in, right? Whoops, sorry about that. But you see, I'm outlining my chords here, just like I was talking about before with these string skips, right? But if we build them up one note at a time like this, maybe we put the 3 in now. Maybe we come up with a pattern too, like a. Right, or something like that, and we can even throw other notes in. We could maybe go all the way up like that, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. That's funny because where do you think she got that song from, bro? That's the first thing I thought too. This was back in 2004 or 5, right when YouTube was a thing. And I remember going on and watching that guy Fun2 play Canon Rock, I think is what he called it, right? And in Canon Rock, he has something like that. And at the beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, that's vitamin C, bro. Oh man, that's funny you say that. But yeah, so try this out. Right, it's maybe a little bit too much to do, but it's a good exercise to really get that. Okay, I should go now. I have my little lesson coming in here in a few minutes. I hope everybody has a good day. I really appreciate you guys watching and talking and stuff. Yeah, dude, cool. I can go over a little bit further. So I'm hoping to stream more than a couple times a week coming soon. I should be streaming on Saturday from my house. I would have streamed from my computer on this previous Saturday. I was just sick as a dog, man. So hopefully this Saturday will be much different. Yeah, I hope everybody has a good one. Thanks, Adam, for showing up. I appreciate you, buddy. And I hope you guys have a good day. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.